So we're off on the bumpy walk. Within about 200 yards of the centre here, we're going to go down one of the paths less walked, and it is a little bit bumpy. So we're just coming up to a little junction now. One direction on the left here goes down to the trout pools. I'm going to actually carry straight on, but I'm going to come back that way. And oh, look at that, the sun's cascading through there beautifully. Now, one of the bits of kit that I have got with me today, which I try and remember to take with me, is a stick. Now, you can get a proper walking stick, or we could pick up a stick. I've got a few knee injuries over the years and stuff, so I find it quite helpful, especially if the ground's a bit slippy. And yeah, I've got a few old sticks, so if you come along and you haven't got one, I'm quite happily lend you one of my sticks. But yeah, they do help. Great viewpoint here, I'm just going to show you, so we can stop, listen, various different birds. I can hear some blue tits there. There's some wood pigeons. You never go far away without seeing wood pigeons. But down there is the Margaret Hyde and the estuary you can see on the horizon. So this is where we'll hear the Brent geese and the curlews and stuff if the wind's blowing in that direction. And it's turned into a really lovely afternoon, which is a bit of a coup. So here we are, some more bumpy bits. So this is what they call the northern path. Some steps here, and then a bit of nothing flat about that terrain, but good we're not walking across that. But as you can see, this path is quite narrow. Once again, it's got that lovely gravel texture to it, so it is quite steady underfoot, and the paths have been cut in with these steps, which are nice and robust. Makes life easy rather than clambering up a slippy slope. We've got a good fit in. We've also got benches dotted around all over the place, so you know, if you see a bird or something, or the sun's suddenly cascading through, you can take a bit of a rest. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take our time and look at things. I do like a big old oak. Sometimes you just walk past stuff. It's always good to feel the robustness of that. You can feel how solid it is. It's amazing. You know, something else we're going to do might be a bit weird. I love the smell of them. And that's one of the senses that we sometimes forget, but we'll see if we can concentrate on it a little bit. As you're walking along, you actually smell the difference as you go into the different habitats here, because obviously the salt marsh has a very distinctive salty smell to it, but you get that woodland must this time of year from, well, rotting trees. Piece of deadwood. The ranger here sometimes deliberately creates these amazing habitats as that tree kind of rots from the inside. Lots of stuff can live in there through the winter and nest in the summer, owls and things. Fantastic habitats down there, and you can see, oh, there's a robin dancing around next to me. He'll probably be a companion now, or she, for the rest of the walk. They do that just to sort of see if you disturb anything or kick up any worms or anything, and that, I think they're kind of friendly. Maybe not if you're another bird though. They tend to be very territorial. There's another bit of standing deadwood there as well. I make a great photo. Lovely oaks at this point. There's all kinds of trees here, birch and willow and hazel and blackthorn. Oh, I'll tell you stories about blackthorn when I'm working here with the ranger, and hawthorn, spiky stuff. I don't know, on the video you can't really get the same colours, but wow, the ferns are kind of changing colour, and there's a carpet going across, and the blue sky. There's still some green on some of the birch trees there, and the yellows. Absolutely gorgeous. And I'm smelling the difference as well. The oaky smell has kind of gone. We've got a bit more kind of pine almost coming in. Right, we're coming up to one of my favourite spots on the reserve, really. We call it the Hobbits area. You got to be here, I think, or maybe when you come you'll see what I mean. But it's a little bit up and down. We've got the steps that are going to help us wander down here. Gets a bit damp, but most things have been thought through. Little duck board there to walk across. Right. Very different underfoot here. Soft. So this is where the forest school happens. Various different paths that run along there. We're going to take this one. So this is mainly pine and brash and lots of hawthorn and stuff. Which of course is great habitat. But a very different smell here, of course. As you can see, these lovely tall pines. It's a different feel to it. Good for woodpeckers, tree creepers, various other birds. Find in here regularly. Blackbird doing a bit of a warning. I'm coming along. You probably can't see it on the camera, but just through there you can glimpse the marshes. Lovely underfoot, this stuff. Soft, all the pine needles and things from many, many years. Here's some long-tailed tits calling there in the background. Normally get mobbed at some point by those wonderful little pink birds with the long tails. There we go. I love the feel of a pine. It's just so different. It looks kind of hard and stuff, but it was just squidgy. Soft wood, I guess, literally, against the big old oaks that feel like they're made out of concrete. There we are, cute oak. Whoa, lovely. Yes, I do admit it, I do hug the odd tree. Right, now coming to another bumpy area, which is what they call the trout pools. So, down the steps. They've been chicken wired, so they're not too slippery. So this year is the first time I've seen this one empty. I mean, literally, it would be up to here, and that's got to be 4 feet, 4 maybe even 5 feet down from where it would normally be this time of year. So this has brought us out to a completely different habitat called Kit's Pond. Lovely little spot, good for kingfishers. Path, you can see my shadow now coming on in the day now. The shadow's getting a bit longer, and at this point there's a lovely reed bed here. Look across the marshes, so if you're up for it we can go in the hide and see what we can see. There's been water rails, curlews, all sorts of things you can see from this point. I'm just going to step up here because take a look at that. Out of the woods into a big open habitat. There's the marshes, waders and things, and there's the hide we can go and have a sit in across that pond. We get too close in case there's people already in there. I love the sound. I hope you can hear it. Of the rushes. Oh, there's plenty of birds down there. And there's the other hide in the distance, Margaret Hide, which we'll do on the flat walk. I've got Kit's Pond literally just behind me, and I'm walking up to yet another habitat, a big meadow. Whoop, just upset a magpie. With lots and lots of gorse around the side, and a little pond, and yet another chair to have a rest on. Big sky here. I've been here before and watched literally hundreds of brent geese swooping over the top, particularly latter part of the day, to go down to roost or a change of the tide and go down to feed near Margaret's Hide. So yeah, it's another lovely spot to soak in. The air's obviously a bit kind of fresher, has a slight salty tang to it, and underfoot, once again, a change of texture. I'm now walking on some highly compact sand. Right, coming up to a lovely viewpoint, which I don't know, my phone's going to do this justice, but wow. Awesome. So I can see with the naked eye there's some shell ducks there, there's a flock of brent geese, looks like some avocets, other such birds, what we kind of refer to as the normal. There's definitely some curlew down there, redshank, various other birds, but very, very common to this place. In the horizon, that's the tower at Brighton Sea, and on the right hand side is East Mersey. So wonderful view. Right, after chilling out in the viewpoint, I'm going to walk down and maybe have a look at one of the heights. Whee! See the long-tailed tits goes just in front of us. I wonder if I can get a picture. Right. Just going to walk across to, well, one or two places either. I can either go to the hide, which is about another 40 yards up in front. I actually might go here. Take the steps. As it's sunny, I'm going to take 5, sit in the sun and see what I can see. Ooh, there's a dragonfly. My word. Not something you associate with the latter part of November. It's both beautiful and also a little bit worrying, really. But look at that, look at the colours on it. I'm only on my little iPhone here, but what a wonderful thing to see. Sunday, 20th of November. I'm going to stroll back to the reserve now. Lovely colours. And there's our dipping pond and the bunkhouse, which is used by schools and the kids, which is great. Yes, it's more of a summer activity. It's fantastic in the evenings in April for nightingales at this point. Here we are. just ending up with a walk now, watching Woodpecker. To show you where I am. The ducks and a lot of the grebes probably give it away. And there's the centre, because I'm back at the lake.